Well, you see he was favoring his left side going off the ice, so there's going to be further evaluation, but at this point in time, he had to leave the game. Doesn't look like it's short term. It's not.
So he's got a boot on his right foot, though.
Sorry, my mistake if that's the case. But he's obviously it's a lower body injury, and it's more than day to day at this point in time. But we need to evaluate further.
That's obviously tough. This morning he was talking about so excited about the
Left or right.
he was so excited about the challenge of coming in. That's obviously tough.
It certainly is disappointing, and there's nothing more to say about it than that. He got injured halfway through the game, or a little less than that, and disappointing from that aspect. Disappointing from him being, possibly being injured a little bit longer.
Coming in cold, but Johnson gave you some big saves. The goal he gave up, there's nothing he could do about it. You're pleased with his effort, obviously.
Yeah, I thought you talked about the goal. The goal, we get a piece of that, and so the rebound goes from our deflection, to a wide open guy, and he's got no chance in that one. But he made three in particular, real strong saves coming out, and a couple glove hand saves, and then the one off the shoulder with the. They would move the puck to the weak side. He made a couple big ones for us, and kept us in the game with that in that aspect.
Dan, I know they talked to the coaches about the challenge situation. Now that you've seen it, went against you tonight. What did you think of the mechanics of how it went in this whole situation?
I was surprised it took that long tonight. To be honest, I heard pretty early on that it looked offsides, and so kind of I don't know how long it did take, but we knew that there was a real good chance that was going to be called offside. Once the challenge from our replay, so I think goes against us, but I think it's worked great. We saw one last night in the Toronto-Montreal game. We see the one tonight. This was offsides, and it shouldn't have been a goal.
Dan, the difference in the first 40 minutes, it just seemed like every time one of your players turned around, there was an Ottawa player right there. They just had no room to move, or maybe they weren't moving. What was the difference?
Well, bless you. I think we've seen third periods in our last exhibition game, and then tonight where we executed behind their defense. We put pucks in and got on the forecheck, and we again executed and had wide speed and made their D turn, and we saw in the first two periods us not doing that. Yes, they were there in front of us, but you got to put it behind them. You just got to keep putting it behind them, and when you don't, when you turn it over, then it's coming back the other way. And we saw that too many times in the first two periods, and just don't give yourself a chance to play where you need to play and play how you need to play to have success. And we had 4 or 5 shots in the first, and same thing in the second. Our shots in the second, I think 1 or 2 of them were power play, so we're not executing and playing where we need to play, and that's really, I guess, puck management and our execution has been lacking. And in the third periods, you see it completely different where it was played, forechecking into the offensive zone, even on the one that's offsides. It's quick up with speed, and then we put it behind their defense. We get on the forecheck, turns into a goal, and they see the one that hit the post later on in the period. We're in the offensive zone on a forecheck, and we get onto pucks, and we play there, go a little high, and a shot that turn the horn on at least. But that's how we need to play. That's how we did play in the third, and just not enough for the first and second.